why you, what can you bring to the table? What do you bring to the table? Okay, we are back. We are so back. As you can see, I have brought out the McGill sweatshirt because today we're talking about something serious. I've printed out my essays. I'm going to be reading it out loud for the very first time in like 2 years. I remember I applied in 2023 and we're in 2025 now. So I haven't read this ever since. It's going to be so weird. Disclaimer before getting into this, I just want to mention that there's no one essay fits all. Everyone has their own story to tell. But it just depends on the way you tell it, the way you structure your paragraphs. And what I want to accentuate in this video is the way I structured my paragraphs. So, statement of purpose for McGill. The sting of empty bellies echoes in my childhood memories. Eh. Right off the bat, like the first sentence already catchy. As in, like, you already wonder what has happened in this person's childhood that she's mentioning about empty bellies. What is going on? Growing up in Cameroon, witnessing peers struggle to afford even one daily meal due to soaring food prices fueled a burning question. How can science bridge the gap between technological innovation and real world solutions to address malnutrition? 40% of the world's food is lost between harvest and consumption, enough to feed every hungry person 4 times over and end global hunger. I like how I was able to relate like something that had happened to me in the past with a global statistic. I didn't just say that, oh, there was scarcity in food or food prices are rising. Like, I'm going to give comments along the way because reading this is like I'm reading someone else's essay. Let's continue. That's a lot to unpack, but let's continue. This striking reality ignited my passion for tackling food waste, the single largest barrier to global food security. My Bachelor of Science in Chemical Engineering provided the fertile ground for this aspiration. Courses like Material Science, Quality Control Engineering, and Food Process Technology honed my technical skills, while project management and process analysis solidified my ability to translate ideas into tangible solutions. I've not even reached what I'm going to be studying, what I want to be studying at McGill. I've not reached, but I'm talking about my past. So the first paragraph is really about why me? Why am I qualified? What is my story? How can I contribute towards this program? But first, like, who am I? So I continued by saying, during past research, I harnessed sustainable resources for community benefit, like formulating black soap from cocoa husk and pioneering organic hand sanitizers, helping a dozen families combat COVID-19. This first paragraph is really about like my background, who am I, what I studied, some of the courses I took, some of the projects I undertook. It's really about like the reader getting to know me a little bit because that's not all. Second paragraph. Yet it was during my volunteer work with Hope for Cameroon, a McGill University MasterCard Foundation alumni founded nonprofit, that my purpose truly took root. Plenty of displaced women shared with me their harrowing experiences of fleeing conflict torn towns and losing their farms to war. For the past 6 months, I've empowered over 200 internally displaced persons through quality education, business leadership, and entrepreneurship training. My leadership skills blossomed as a grant coordinator while securing a 45,000 grant for our back to school campaign, sponsoring full scholarships for over 85 IDPs across primary and tertiary education. Beyond my educational initiatives, I aim to start an NGO within 5 years that rescues food waste, the only place where I could gain the knowledge and skills needed to embark on this transformative journey, paving the way for self-sustainable futures in Africa, is at McGill University. Period. Period. And that's it. That's it. There's no other choice. There's no other choice. I said the only place where I can do this. You see, One thing about essays is that you really want each essay, each application to be as if that's the only university you're applying to. You don't want every university you're applying to be as if like that's the only one you want to go to. So this second paragraph was really about one of the biggest projects I undertook back home. It was really one that I'm so proud of. I'm so happy that I got to talk about it in my ACs. And I wanted to be able to share it in a way that is showcasing the work we do and in a way that showcases the work I want to do in the future. So because I did this in the past, I want to be able to do this in the future. So third paragraph, the Masters in Bioresource Engineering. Now I introduce my program at McGill. The Masters in Bioresource Engineering with a concentration in integrated food and bioprocessing is the perfect catalyst to achieve my personal and career goals. I was drawn to the program's promise of in depth insights into sustainable food production practices through integrated internship experiences, laboratory research, and courses with renowned professors. It's time to go deeper. It's time to go deeper because we already have the reader's attention. Now we want to go a little bit deeper. Specifically, the program will train me to apply my skills to solving pressing global issues alongside similarly motivated and engaged students. Now they have an idea of what I want to do in the future. Connecting with Professor McKees on her research aimed at improving children's nutrition in poor rural communities would be pivotal in helping me decrease malnutrition rates. So, see what I did there? I mentioned a professor's name. I mentioned her research. And I mentioned how her research and the professor's experience is going to help me achieve my goals, my projects, and my future career goals. I'm so sad that I didn't get to take her class because it was clashing with a required course. Now I want to talk about my midterm and my long-term goals. Short-term, midterm, long-term goals. Over the next decade, I envision myself spearheading the development of climate resistant and nutrient rich crop varieties. I am particularly enthusiastic about learning food safety engineering from Dr. Ngadi, which will further enhance my ability to prevent foodborne illnesses while implementing international food safety standards. I did get to learn enough from this professor actually. You see, in your essays, you have to be very realistic with like how you see yourself arriving here. You have to be very realistic with what you're going to do here. Do your research about the campus. The information you need to write your essays are on Google. And I'm not saying mention professor's name just like that. No, you have to be thoughtful, intentional about the professors you mention, about the research they do. You have to read about them and you have to actually want to take those courses, work with them, learn from them. You have to like have that motivation because that will ultimately reflect in your essays. Next paragraph. My personal journey wasn't without its share of hardship, however. We're getting into serious things here. Societal norms confined women to domestic roles, but I shattered expectations. How did I shatter expectations? Those are the type of questions that you want the reader to ask themselves. Like, saying that I shattered expectation is a bold statement. It's a very bold. Well, like, what do you mean? You think you're in a movie? What do you mean? So let's continue. Attaining a bachelor's degree in a predominantly male field marks the beginning of demonstrating that individual potential is not dictated by gender. Ha! They play. They play. Financial struggles during my senior year resulted in a lower GPA initially. Despite juggling multiple jobs, grief, and social commitments, I successfully graduated in the top 10% of the graduating class. You see how I did not even linger too much about the bad or the thing that wasn't good. Like I did not linger too much on the bad experiences. Like I turned the bad experiences into something that shaped me, into something that helped me succeed, into something that transformed my trajectory. And that's really what application is about. Like, tell your story, but don't tell a sub story. Don't tell a sad story. Everyone is going through something. There's always something going on in someone's life. People have a lot of problems. But how did that shape you? How did it make you the person you are? Let's move to the next paragraph. Despite consistently demonstrating my capabilities, however, I encountered gender based barriers to leadership, limiting my opportunities for career growth. These experiences solidified my desire to pursue a graduate degree. My ultimate goal is to show young girls who harbor dreams of higher education and leadership positions, but are held back by entrenched gender barriers and extreme poverty that education is not a privilege but a right, and to work towards equitable access for all. I'm not only dwelling on the academic side, academic aspect of my admission at McGill, but I also want to aim higher, see beyond academics. What can I do? How can I impact the campus? How can I impact the community? What can I possibly do in the future for my community? The Mastercard Foundation Scholarship will make this dream a reality, allowing me to further refine my skills and lead initiatives that empower underserved populations both locally and globally. I did mention the scholarship in this letter because, yes, the professors or the committee, selection committee at McGill know that you are Mastercard Foundation scholar, but it's a good reminder. It's a good reminder that, okay, without the scholarship, even if you give me admission, what am I going to do with it? Without a scholarship, I will not be able to pay for any Canadian tuition fees. Without a scholarship, like, I don't have money. It's not compulsory, but like, I wanted to be able to have that reminder. Some of the assets I would bring to the scholars community on campus include dun, 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 my leadership, personality, intensive research experience, laboratory expertise, problem solving, critical thinking skills, about 2 years of experience in leading agro industries, my ability to maintain high academic performance and swiftly adapt to changing circumstances, a curious mind, and a heart eager to learn. Those are 10 things. 10 things I will bring to campus community. 10 things I'm going to bring to the scholars community on campus. 10. Like, the way I sold myself. And yeah, I did bring all of this. I did bring everything. Like, I even brought more. Looking back at this, I think I even brought more than whatever I stated here. But like, 10 things that I told them I'll bring. As in, like, you have to be able to sell yourself. Why you? What can you bring to the table? What do you bring to the table? Why should I invest in you? I concluded by stating that throughout my life, I have consistently demonstrated leadership and a commitment to advancing equity. I strive to create a world where potential is not limited by background or circumstance, and I'm confident that my aptitude and experience make me a perfect fit for this program. Joining McGill's rigorous and multicultural environment will push me to find groundbreaking solutions, not just for Africa, but for the world. I am eager to be a change maker, bringing sustainable development goals to life. Drop the paper. Drop the paper. Like, I'm so proud of this AC. I'm so proud of everything I wrote. Whoever is reading your AC needs to be able to answer that question: why you and not someone else? And yeah, that's basically it. That's basically it. I hope this was helpful. I hope you were able to learn something from this video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for sticking to the end, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.